everybody. Alright, I'm back into a series that I started years ago, and by series I mean one episode only, and then I didn't do it anymore. But I wanted to try it again because I think some of these techniques and tips and tricks and stuff that I use in my classroom that are pretty cost effective are really good for classrooms. So let's check this out. What I want to talk about today is, and I'm not sure who gets the credit for this because it wasn't my idea, but a while back, I saw people start talking about, classroom rewards and prizes, and to, you didn't want to do badges and stuff. And I was like, I'm on board with that, of course, because badges can be tedious. So if you have this one thing that you can use all the time, it'd be worth it. So I started seeing people using kind of the WWE style belts. So I started looking into them, and they're kind of expensive if you want to get them custom made, because they have these companies now that do it. And I saw some people who tried to make some of their own, and I thought they looked all right, but I don't know, I'm a stickler for detail. So I didn't want to make my own till I kind of had an idea about what I wanted to do, and I wanted to look really professional and pretty slick. So I figured it out, all right? And that's the exciting part, is that I have figured out what I want to do, and now I am about to share it to you guys, and it turned out, I'm telling you, pretty top notch. I'm pretty excited. And again, it's a technique we already know if you follow my videos anyway.
Talkie. No more talking.
Okay, Adam Sandler, I hear you. Let's go. Hello. All right, so I'm going to start off really quickly by just showing you that the templates you're going to see me use, I've put in the gamification files, which is free on my website, so definitely check it out. So if you go to, and I'll put the link in the description below if you didn't see that previous video, giving everything away for free, so you probably want to get in there. And so we're going to go to WWE style belts, and you can see I built some templates. So what I did was, I went to Walmart, just because that's the department store I have here. I'm sure they're at Target or Walgreens, or is that a pharmacy? I don't know. I'm not from America, so. Anyway, go to a department store. And just go to the toy section, and you're going to find like WWE belts. And you're going to find a bunch of replica ones. So you can buy this one in the store if you choose. You can buy this one in the store. I mean, I guess you could order it off Amazon too, as I'm looking at it. They got all these different kinds, and I came across this one. So the three that I found in Canada are the Cruiserweight belt, the Tag Team belt. Oh, that's Universal Champion, never mind. There's a red one for Tag Team Championship, which I am not particularly seeing. Oh, there it is, right there. And then there's the main WWE Championship belt. So I went to Walmart, and what I found was this one, and I really like that one because purple's the color of royalty. Kind of fits my classroom, fits kind of some of these social ties that I have and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I went and I bought this. So kind of looks like this, and I went, so how am I going to turn this into something kind of usable in my classroom? So here's what I did. First thing is I made some templates. So if I were to just open this, what I did was I measured the left and right circles, the center circle, and then the center outer circle. And I printed them out because what I needed was a template to work with. And they actually worked really well. I'll show you in the video. This video, what am I talking about? And then I had some graphics designed for me when I made my second book. So this worked perfect for the center logo. Defender of Scientia Terra looked great. And then I like my little Press Start to Begin logo. I don't use it enough, so I figured that would be good for the side emblems. If you don't have logos, check this out. You can go to websites. So this is placeit.net/logomaker. And you actually just type in this, start going through categories, and it'll auto-generate a belt. Then guess what? You just screenshot it and then use a background editor to make it transparent. Some are even downloadable for free. Another one is freelogodesign.org. You again enter your company name, go through categories. It'll create one. You can modify it and then snag it. And then one that's slightly not as intuitive, not as like grabbing certain details from words, but you can use just this one right here, Logo Maker, no E in Maker. And you can just follow the steps here. They have tutorials, and you can go ahead and pull a custom logo. So once you have your logo, you can clean it up with a vector. And vector essentially means what you're seeing on the side here. It kind of takes any pixelated edges and it cleans them up. But you need kind of a lower detail image like this, right? That can be cleaned up. You don't want a super high-end image because it will not work. period, it will look like it's hand drawn, which I guess is kind of cool, but for this case it's not. So once you have all that said and done, this is what you do next. Alright, so got my template cut out, and this is going to fit right here on the side logos. So I am now going to take this and put this over the paper that I want, trace it, and cut it out. I'll do this twice for each side. Be right back. Alright, so I gotta say that these turned out pretty cool with that paper, and my templates were actually pretty good, and they fit perfectly, so yay for measuring twice, cutting once. Now I'm going to use my card making technique, and I'm going to drop this here, and I am going to trace on top with a whiteboard marker so that I get the frame done, and then I can erase it. So I'm going to do that right now, and I will come back. So I'll give you kind of a tip for this. You can see I did a couple already, and first off you can see, oh no, I got it on there, but with a simple wipe of a tissue, see, it comes right off, okay? So there's no worry. So watch, I just rub that there, and then boom, see, it's all clean. So whiteboard's good. So now what you do is you stack just like this, and then there's some static electricity here, right? So that's gonna cling it a little bit. So you can actually flip it upside down and line up where you like it, then pinch it and flip it over, and now I can trace. Yahoo for tricks and science. Alright, so check it out. See, I got this little emblem now, which I think looks pretty cool. So now you can see, boop, my belt is taking shape nicely. I'm just waiting for the laminator to heat up, and I'm going to laminate that to seal it completely, and then I'm going to make an attempt to glue this, because that's the part making me most nervous. I'm going to hop back over here and finish up the other two. Alright, so I'm totally fine with the belt saying champion here. I'm just not going to make any work or any extra work for me. But obviously I'm not giving out the Cruiserweight Championship, so I made a template for the outer circle and I lined it up, and then I just traced, you can see, focus it up here, traced the edge following the inside edge here with a pencil, and now I'm going to, man, I wish I had a fancy tripod. Anyone wants to get me anything for Christmas? And then I'm going to trim that out, and then I am going to cut it out of this as well. Be back! I know this is wonky to film on my computer screen, but now I need some lettering to fit on my little arc. So I'm just going to print a bunch of these on acetate paper, and I've got them all marked by size so I know which one's the correct one. And then I'm going to cut those out off transparency and glue them onto my thing and laminate it all together. Oh boy! Alright, we're ready for the laminator. Woo! Laminate. And by the way, this sucked, but I got my letters on. Now this seems to suck even more to laminate. Oh, I hope that works. Here we go! Oh no, I lost an E. So as you can see, these turned out pretty good, just like the cards, except one mistake. Oh no! We are now the weekly. I'll probably just cut that out and glue that right there, and to heck with it. But, time to cut these suckers out. Alright, so this is the part I'm most nervous about. I gotta get these suckers to stick to this. Now this is obviously a plastic, so I'm gonna wipe it off, dry it really good with a tissue. I'm gonna do some contact cement. I'm gonna cover all this with contact cement, brush it on, then I'm going to put it in place, and I'm going to put these weights over top of it like this, and I'm just going to crush them for about 20 minutes, do some other things, and hope that it begins to stick. Wish me luck, because this is the process I am completely unsure of, but we will figure it out. So you might be wondering why I chose contact cement. I want you to look at how thick it is. I mean, it looks like something you'd hack up if you had bronchitis. But it really, because there's grooves in these belts and it's a raised surface, you need something that's really going to stick to stuff and fill the gaps. So this has been working actually quite well. So I've got a couple of the things weighted down, so let's see. I'll come and check back in about 20 minutes. So I got the weights just to crushing it, and let's see if this works. But I got to tell you, early indications are that I may be onto something here. Now, I want you to see what I'm going to do after. See how we have these little spots here? These little empty areas. I went to Walmart and I found these stick-on gems for $1, and they are perfect because the belt is purple, and if you're any artsy-fartsy, purple and gold go really well together. So any place I can stick these to just add some extra little bling for the kids, but come back soon, let's see if this works. So I gotta say, I'm super happy with the result right now, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go give that to the kids. I want you to see the genuine reaction. They don't know this is coming. I'm gonna be awarding this to my top guild every week, so it'll be revolving. Hopefully with the 20-some, 30-some weeks of school that left, I can't do math. Anyway, the lots of weeks left, I will turn around and I will have at least every guild win it at least one time. But again, I don't give awards for the sake of awards. You gotta earn it. So best collaboration, teamwork, and all those kinds of things. So check this out. Hopefully this goes as planned. Here's what I want to do. I've been wanting to do this for years. I had things that I used to do, badges and stickers and pins and stuff for Guild of the Week. But I didn't think that it was showy enough or flashy enough. So I made this. And the top team every week gets to keep hold of this WWE belt. Okay? So yes, it is. It used to be a cruiserweight, now it's a Defender of Saint Pierre weekly championship belt. So here's the guild that gets it first. The guild that gets it first did this. Every year I have an individual or a group that tone sets the year. And what that means is that years ago I had a student who made, and I kept it, well, it's in that bottle over there. It was this scroll, this unreal scroll that they made. And people were like, you could do that? And then everyone started to try to up their game to do better than this girl whose name was Alicia. So every year as it continued, there's always one group that everybody's after and one group that sets the tone for everything. So for the next week, Hungry Hippos, you guys get to brandish this belt. Okay? You got to give it back to me on Monday, or in this case Tuesday because we have Monday off. One quick thing. I made this, so take care of it. Okay? Don't screw around with it, please and thank you. There you go. You got that for the first week.
The champ is here. The champ is
Alright,
here.
so as you can see, pretty cool. The kids really liked it. Not as labor intensive as you would imagine, and it's a technique you're already probably using, trying, or thinking of trying when you're making your own holographic cards. So I just picked the paper to match the belts. I found those little stick-on jewels, purple and gold, as I mentioned in the video, so that's really not that difficult to make. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the results. The kids were brandishing that thing around all day. Teachers were wearing it because they thought it was funny. I already got an email from a parent kind of saying, like, this is kind of cool. These kids walk around with this belt. Kids want to take pictures with it. It's now their like social media profile pictures and stuff. So it's a big deal to them. And it's that contact cement glue from the dollar store. Holy smokes, that stuff adhered like crazy. So I am pretty happy with how that all turned out. So yeah, that's how you can make a custom WWE belt for less than $30. And to be honest, the belt was 27 of those $30. It was $1 for the glue and $2 for the booklets of paper. So for $30, that was a belt. And yeah, I'm telling you, check it out. It's really cool, and kids really like it. And it's just a really unique thing to use, because who does not want to walk around with a giant "I'm the champion" belt, you know? And so mine is given each week to the top performing guild, and I don't do the performance on XP or grades or anything like that. I view it on, you know, you might have a group that's been a total disaster all year, and all of a sudden they're like unified and working really together. Well, you got to catch that, and you got to identify that right away so that you can continue with that momentum. So with that being said, just go ahead and figure out your own ways in which to issue it. But for me, once a week should be a pretty solid thing. So every Monday at lunch, I'm going to award it to new teams. It's kind of be a little tradition that we have. So yeah, that's how you check it out. I'd love to see what belts you use. Please use the Game My Class hashtag. Please download all my stuff. Please share and like and subscribe and get everybody out there. Because again, every single one of you that decides to try this or share this is affecting one more little ripple effect of another person and another person and another person. And then one day, everyone will do gamification. And then everyone will love school and everyone will be happy. All right. Until next time, my friends, wait till you see what I got coming up next.